Also, it's a happy matric results release day. Try say that 3 times fast. It sounds like a tongue twister. And we're celebrating the class of 2025. They've done incredibly well. And we're celebrating their hard work, their commitment, the family. I think we had an educational psychologist yesterday who says these are not just their marks, they are all your marks. It's all the times that you didn't let them do the chores and it paid off. And it's celebrating with them because you know what it took to get them to this point. And this afternoon we're joined by 4 students in studio who have just received their results. They're still kind of halfway between reality and we don't know where, because it's still surreal, but it's real. And they've just been smiling for the last couple of hours because they received the results. I'm talking about 4 students, 2 from the Glen, 1 from Woodhill College and Hatfield Christian School. I'm joined in studio by Mkhetlana. I hope I'm saying your surname right. Stanley Sibohodi from the Glen High School for both of them. Jessica Green from Woodhill College. And Kumbuzo Nene, you know her, we know her from Hatfield Christian School, and they're joining me in studio this afternoon. Good afternoon, former matriculants.
Hi.
Oh my word, yeah, it sounds like a school assembly over here. Gee whiz. And I'm gonna let you guys go one by one, and you let me know what your marks are like, how you did. You don't have to say the percentage, because I understand that I'm sitting around people that have done really well. So we'll go one by one and just let me know what we're dealing with, who's in the room. So Kale, let me start with you, and then we'll work our way down from there.
Okay. Hello to everyone. My marks ish. Okay, like maybe like a bit underwhelming because they like kind of dropped from like the SPA, but no, I'm still very happy.
Yeah.
No, God definitely blessed the hard work.
Yeah.
But 7 distinctions. Like
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Give a range.
Just to,
God bless.
I love the fact that you get soft after you say 7 distinctions. Like 7 distinctions. Oh yeah. No, congratulations. That is incredible work. Let's talk to you, Sandy. Tell us about how you did this last year.
Right, so hi guys, I'm Stanley Sibohodi and I also go to the Glen High School. I think this year's been, last year, 2025, has been nothing but blessings upon blessings in everything from schoolwork to just life in general. Completed matric as a top achiever, 7 distinctions as well, and I think it's nothing but God's grace and mercy.
Yeah, man, congratulations, top achiever at the Glen High School, 7 distinctions. Yes, right. Let's clock it. We will definitely clock it. Jessica, I'll maybe come to you. Tell us, you at Woodhill College, if I'm not mistaken. Tell us about your matric results.
High school, if you're listening. No, it definitely was lower than grade 11, but grade 11 was just like nothing like I was just different in grade 11. I was built fantastically. Grade 12, it was obviously a bit more of a challenge because it was also like SLC, Student Leadership Committee, and swimming and sports and everything like that. But I was very happy with my results, 8 distinctions.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, clock it.
Clock it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Parents, if you're wondering what clock it is that thing that your kids are doing between their thumb and their the middle finger, where they just touch them together. It's a new age clapping or something along those lines. So 8 distinctions. That's incredible. Congratulations, Jessica. Hey, bestie. I think that's what I should be saying.
Hey, bestie. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm really excited. I'm really happy, and I'm also very shocked, actually.
Yeah, if you're wondering, that voice, yes, you did recognize it. That's my chat on a Friday evening. Chrissy and Siki. This is Siki, and she's just finished her matric. Tell us about what you've got from your results.
Yeah, so I'm really surrounded by a lot of scholars over here. But yeah, like they said, I think that I did a little less in matric than in grade 11. But anyways, I'm really grateful. So I got 4 distinctions.
Congratulations. Clock it for sure. Come on. I maybe want to bring it to you, Stanley, and maybe start off the conversation by wondering, is it true then, safe to say, and it seems like it's a common thread that's running between all 4 of you, that grade 11 is actually harder than matric? The matric is actually spending the year revising and doing catch up, but actually grade 11 is harder? Or would you say that grade 11 is like a pre-matric, it's just a warm up, and if you're not aware in matric, you'll just be like, what happened? What have you found to be the case, Stanley?
Right, so I think for me, what I really understood is that many people come with the preconceived notion that grade 11 is more difficult than matric, but in all honesty, I don't think the difference is in the difficulty of the work, but rather the amount of work.
That's good.
I think what you really notice is that when you get to matric, every single day is a new assignment. Like literally, you blink and you have 2 essays or 2 speeches to get done. And so you really get overwhelmed by the load of work, or the workload rather, that you're presented when you get to matric. It's not really the difficulty as much as it is the amount of work.
Yeah. Jessica, I mean, when you look back at your marks, right, it's a sum of so many moments: the study studying, that amount of work, but also the support. What do you think when you look back at your year that led to these particular results contributed the most to you achieving the marks that you've achieved, that you can say, you know what, I can go back and say it's because of fill in the blank? What would it be?
I would definitely have to attribute my stunning results to my family and my support system, because I was in my studying and in all of my duties and in all of my sports. It was always my family, my sister, my parents, sometimes my neighbors even, that would like drop me. Thank you, neighbor. She actually drove me here.
Oh, wow. Shout out to the neighbor. I
Thank you
need
so much.
neighbors like that.
That would always like give me snacks and always drop me off where I needed to be, and would always, when I'm having 20 mental breakdowns over my 30 assignments due the next day, they were there to like hold me and be like, it's okay, you can do this. And then that's the only, I think, one of the main reasons I was able to do what I did.
Oh man, that's incredible. And I think for a lot of families, it's always like, I'm not sure how to navigate this place and supporting my child. And maybe I'll bring it to you incredibly. How important is then family support in that time where you've got a family of people, whether it be people that you're living with, friends that are around you, community that's just rallying behind you? Because there's some parents, it's their first child going to matric this year, and they're thinking, I don't know, do I speak, do I not speak? I'm not sure what to do. What do you say to that space especially?
Okay, so big ups to my mom, right? I really do have to give her every what is it? I am very happy, right, with what my mom gave me, and I appreciate it a lot, right? But then I do have a single mom, and she was working most of the time, right? I do have to be honest and say that she wasn't the biggest support, right? She was like one of the, the background characters that mean a lot, but then are not necessarily in front of us, right? And my brother also, who did help out with the chores when I was busy studying, right? But then I really do think it comes down to the individual, right? I do know a couple of kids who did not have to cook for the whole of matric because, I don't know, you're in matric, right? I had to.
Yeah, there's some of them that got away with it. We see
exactly. So, but I think family does have a lot to do with it, but I really do think it comes down to the individual, right? You have to know what is on the line and what you want, and you have to work towards it.
Yeah. Chrissy, I want to come to you because I want to speak towards balancing. There's all this workload that Stanley was touching on, and I think all of you have really spoken about having to figure out all the different things. Jessica, you're talking about SLC also. You were doing a show every Friday here. That's the one thing that most of us know about school and the show. But we all know there's more than just those two things. You were doing a number of things. What do you say to matriculant going into this year? And they've got all these things going on, and there's all this workload coming up and finding that balance.
No, I really did struggle with finding balance in the beginning. I had student leadership, I had events to attend to, and then I also had to do radio and then study as well when I came back home at like 9 or 10. But I think it's so important to plan. I hate writing down my planning and what to do at a specific time, but it's so important. As much as you hate it, you need it. You need to sit down and plan what you're going to do for the day. Plan what you're going to do for the week, because it's so, so important. As much as I hated it, I use it now.
Yeah, you're speaking to some adults right now. They're just like, yo, Sigi, yo, you're fetching us. Let's talk to the class that's going into 2026. They've been looking forward to matric for a while. And what do you say to them? What's your word of encouragement that you want to leave them with to say, hey, this is just from my experience, what I think will be a great thing to look into as you're going into 2026. Stanley, I'll start with you.
Right. So from my end, I think the first thing I'd like to say is have fun. Right?
That's good.
I think it's so easy to get caught up in the stress that matric brings and the expectations and the pressure that you forget to truly enjoy your time in matric. And I mean, it is your last year in high school, and so it would be really beneficial if you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think you should, like she said, manage that balance and find that balance between having fun and focusing on school.
Yeah.
Because this is, at the end of the day, just one aspect of your broad life. You understand?
Yeah.
So I think focusing everything into matric is a good thing, but have fun while you do it.
Have fun while you have it. So while you're doing that, just go for a run or something. Siki, what would you say to matriculant going into 2026?
I would say trust in God. I think that was the biggest thing that really helped me to push. I felt like I had no strength in the beginning of matric, and then just spending time, making time for God in your mornings or at night, whatever time, even during, like, as you go to school, while you're writing your paper, it's so important to make time for God, because He is literally your only source of strength. That's where I found my strength to keep pushing. And so, yeah, I think that's just really important.
Yeah, that's good. Kele, what would you say? There's someone who's listening and they're like, I am so nervous because the matric is here and they keep saying matric is ni matras and all these things. What would you say to them?
I'm gonna kind of comment on thought that grade 11 is easier than grade 12.
Sure, go for it.
Because that had a lot to do with how I experienced matric, right? I think by no means is that necessarily true, right? So just to be short, I think there's a lot more pressure in grade 11 because you're thinking about university, right? But then matric is still definitely a lot of pressure and a lot of I'm thinking about maths and physics, a lot of practice that has to go into perfecting those, right? So I think it's very important to understand that you are still going to have to work very hard, right? And the main thing I'm going to say to that one child who's nervous, right, is it's not over. You still definitely have a year to fix whatever that you've done. You might not be able to fix it completely, but there's definitely no reason to give up, right? If you dedicate yourself and it is God's will, then you work with God, right? He can do miraculous things for you.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
No, that's good, man. Work with God and bring him in. That is so good. Jessica, maybe I'll wrap up with you. They're nervous. They are feeling hopeful and a little bit in between because they've just received their grade 11 results. And depending on how that went, they're looking at matric with a little bit of I'm not sure what to expect. What do you say to them?
I would say it definitely can be bad. It definitely can be horrible, but it always gets better. For grade 12 specifically, 25% of your marks are your assessments all throughout the year, and then the vast other 75% is your exams. So you can have your bad assessments and you can have your bad grade, but you can always make it up. You don't need to let that one thing dictate your entire life. And always also just be ready and be available and open to asking for help. The reason that I got my 8 distinctions wasn't because I was suffering carrying 20 books all by myself. I went to the extra classes and I went to the teachers when I needed help. And when I got a 70% on a math test, I went and I got it up to a 95. You can do it if you just put the work in and you'll be okay.
Oh man, this is so good. Well, congratulations to all 4 of you. Well done. Looking forward to all that's going to happen in the future. Don't tell me a story. I'm just trying to hear very quickly. I'm going to start it with you, Mkele, end it with you, Siki. What are the thoughts in terms of studies? Which direction, fields are you looking at? Mkele, I'll go with you.
Actuarial sciences.
Actuarial sciences. Yeah. Stanley, what are you thinking?
It's definitely engineering.
Definitely engineering. Jessica, where are you leaning to? Medicine. Siki? Law. Hey, I know we've got a country here that can function between the 4 of you. We are in good hands. And as I wrap this up, conversation with all 4 matriculants from the class of 2025 who've done incredibly well in the previous year, going into the new year with full of faith and full of vigor. I want to just quickly see who's feeling brave. I need them to just read something for me. You feeling okay? So Stanley, you're going to read John 3:16 for me, né? But the catch is I've put it in what is the Jamaican translation. Okay. So as you read it, I know the words are going to look a little bit weird, but I want to tap into you said engineering, né? The engineer, matriculant in you as you read through this. So hold on to that. And then I would love for you to read it and just put in your best Jamaican in there. It's a short verse. All right, here we go. Go for it.
Okay. You see, God loved the world so much that him give up him one gege boa pikini. So anybody we choose inna him na go deb, but I go live forever.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Now let's stick to engineering. Let's stick to engineering.
English should be better.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.